Hello, welcome to the weekly review. A weekly review is a special time in your week's life when you sit down and you are not looking at your tasks. I mean, you are looking at your tasks, not doing your tasks. I I can do words and talking. Um, so it's where we aren't doing the tasks, but we are looking over the tasks, looking at our previous agreements, our calendar appointments. Are these things that we can still do, or are they things that we need to renegotiate? Because life rarely goes precisely as planned. So, welcome. Colleen is showing up at some point. I do not know when. They are currently driving. And I just got out of another meeting. So today's already a weird day. So my intentions for my weekly review are to survive it without my iPad because I really, really like having my iPad for weekly review, and mine ceased to function, and so it should be arriving. A new one should be arriving tomorrow, not today. So I'm going to get through the best I can. It will involve some planning for a big committee meeting tomorrow and planning for upcoming coaching appointments. Like I'm resuming meetings with my business coach again. And so doing a lot of those type of things. Again, those are all things that happen better with my iPad, but I don't have my iPad. So I might end up diving into some inbox processing and like cleaning out my current system and always calendar overview because that's how I understand how time works. And so I'll be doing some of those just because the other things that are urgent are so much easier to do with an iPad. So, yeah. Anyway, those are my intentions. I would love to hear what your intentions are for your weekly review, if you have some. And yeah, I guess I will get started, and then Colleen can declare their intentions when they show up. So yeah, it's one of those mornings. In true ADHD fashion, I was finishing my taxes until later last night than I would prefer to go to bed. And so, yeah, that's part of the joys of my day yesterday. Here we um actually I have a quick inbox check thing to do really quickly. So I'm actually going to do that first. I will try to not spend very long on it because goodness knows inbox processing could take all of the time if I let it. So, you sweet. There's one thing in particular that I was like, oh, this is a really quick one. In theory, that's always the way, is in theory. Mm, mm, okay. I think what I'd like to do is we could do. So I promised something in the last meeting, and goodness knows it will be way easier if I try to do it right now than if I try to do it later. I want to duplicate. Can I just duplicate? Make a copy. Oh, hey, we have a Colleen. Why, hello, a Colleen.
Hi, hey Brittany.
I just said we have a Colleen, so I then, yeah.
No,
Hi,
there's five of us here. Hi.
five?
As opposed to one. It was
Oh,
between.
Colleen's. Like that's the volume of Colleen's.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
yes,
gotcha.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, the number, the quantity.
Hmm.
Yeah. How's it going today?
Oh, it's going okay. I definitely I posted this in the guild, said, can I just not do today? But I
Yeah, I
woke up.
saw that.
I
Yeah,
I was up too late doing taxes and we all got this little cold. Um, and
yeah,
so I just really wanted to stay in my comfy bed, snuggling with my family and not get up and have meetings this morning.
yeah. I
But
hear you. Well,
I'm doing okay now that I'm up. I just wish I got to do this day with an iPad.
that would be great.
So, yeah. How are you doing? What are your intentions for your weekly review?
General project review. Um, I I'm gonna have to decide whether it is the best use of my time to ignore the voice that is telling me to process my D&D notes or not, because I don't want to use weekly review time for doing that. But if I'm too distracted by it, then it needs to happen. Also, my
I,
brain, yes,
yeah. Hmm?
yeah, my brain would very much like to go take a nap, have lunch, um, play Baldur's Gate, um, read this new book I bought, work on my fan fiction, basically anything except this. I'm very excited to do this. This is needed. I'm going to enjoy this and use it very much.
Yeah.
And my brain is not interested.
And I very much want to do this. I just want to do it with an iPad, and I don't have that. We have
Yeah.
people joining us. Hello, Shivy. Hello, Linnea. Um, Starting with
Hello.
breakfast and vitamins, getting an overview of the week ahead, and designating some tasks for different days. Nice.
Gang, done.
Yeah. Welcome. Let's look at this
Amazing.
events. So you're doing your project overview,
What about you?
and um, so I would that is what I really want to do is prepare for all of these big things going on that are all best done with an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
It occurred to me this morning, I was like, well, in general, I can't really use my mom was like, oh, do you want to use my iPad? I was like, well, that doesn't really work with my system. And then I realized, oh, for the things I need to do for the next 2 days, I could just use somebody else's iPad, but now I'm here and I don't have it. So, because we didn't work that out ahead of time.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah. So I am going to look over some projects and do some planning things, volunteer planning things, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what I get to do this beginning of the week, first half of the
Mm-hmm.
week, post taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, so do some of those project planning things, but also like dig into my systems because those, it doesn't matter if I have my iPad or not. So those will annoy me the
Mm-hmm.
least is the calendar overview and the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need to get a piece of paper.
That seems very reasonable.
I thank you. I try to be reasonable whenever possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goal of mine is being reasonable. Oh, Lene, my iPad stopped charging, and it turns out that's not something that Apple will fix. So I had to do a trade-in, but I didn't want to buy a new fancy iPad from them because new ones are supposed to come out soon. So I got a temporary one that I ordered from Costco, and it doesn't get here till tomorrow. And then I will give that to my dad when I decide to get a fancy one because his is 10 years old. So we're doing a lot of like device rotation in our family right now.
Mm-hmm.
And all that means is I have to wait until tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, to get an iPad. I'll live. but I will whine about it
Barely.
pretty consistently.
No, because having tools that are inefficient when you are used to having put a lot of work into
Yeah.
making tools be efficient is bloody annoying, it turns out.
Yeah. And I have to apologize to all my clients that I'm typing in our meeting because I think that's really distracting. But no iPad. Everybody's been really cool about it, but yeah.
Internet, something miraculous has taken place. Google
What?
Documents has a universal dark mode now. My life has improved like 2%. No joke.
I'm stoked.
Me too. Oh, it's just Drive. It's not the documents. It's on the
That-
apps. It's on the
That's what you
apps,
get
but
for
not on
getting
the desktop.
excited about something.
I don't know. I'm the worst.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized I haven't eaten anything today.
Would you like to take a break and leave things to me for a minute? Because you're doing that now. Bye.
Oh, no, no, I gotta finish this thing I'm in the middle of,
All
which
right.
is a theoretically simple task. I
Eventually, I
am
will bust out an intimidation check, and you don't want that because that I don't want that because that would be embarrassing because I can't do anything about that. Wow.
copy link. Um, I mean, I guess roll for intimidation. I don't know. Do you know
No.
what Eric said? Because our infant has learned how to do something that we can recognize as a vague attempt to sign for milk.
Hmm.
And this has directly resulted in him gaining a lot of weight.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
So he said our baby has more roles than a D&D game.
Amazing. Amazing. Yes. Rolls. All right. So, document. I discovered when I was DMing yesterday that I'm not as rusty, at least at combat, than I thought I would be because running the guild meetings, the German meetings, was not at all dissimilar to running combat, partially because of our initiative order. I love
We
it.
literally call it an initiative order. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And talking to you
Yeah.
about this means that in this other Discord, I wrote D&D instead of the thing I meant to write.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I bet there's a very fancy psychological term for that where you write the thing that you're talking about instead of the thing that you meant to write, but it's very funny. All right.
I'm sure there is, and I'm sure it's German in origin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everything is.
Um, there. I have done that first thing that I needed to do. Because we have like how to use Discord videos for the ADHD Guild. And someone was like, I don't understand how to use Discord for a volunteer thing I'm doing. And I was like,
Ah, very
well,
nice, very
I could
nice.
share the appropriate version. It turns out there's only two videos that aren't like really specific to our channels, but
Mm,
whatever. That's why I made them for our group. But there are two. Like one is the
my
101 and then
space
the how to
bars.
adjust notifications. Those are the most important ones anyway.
Right. I had to do a space bar ectomy just now because it was stuck down and wouldn't function.
Spacebarectomy
Space bar ectomy was stuck down and I had to pry it up with my
sounds
knife.
like you removed the spacebar from your keyboard, which
Oh,
does not sound like it would result in a lot of great typing.
no, no. It would be very like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my. Okay, so I am currently typing up the things I would like to have happen in meetings instead of writing it out on an iPad.
Yes, Anakin, continue.
That's Colleen's way of saying that I'm whining, which we often call skywalking. Because the Skywalker men, anyway, have a tendency to whine about a lot of things.
Although not Kylo Ren, because he doesn't actually whine. He has temper tantrums, which is not the same as whining, in my personal opinion.
He has a
It's
whiny
much
aura.
hotter.
The only thing we see on screen is a temper tantrum.
Mhm.
He
And
has
he
a whiny
somehow
aura.
manages to make those look really hot.
I do not
Again,
understand.
in my opinion. No, no, no.
We have
Do
many
you remember
times
me
in
telling
private
you,
discussed.
Kylo Ren? Um, no. Do you remember me telling you about the video that discussed your different who is your favorite companion in Baldur's Gate and what that says about you?
No,
Oh,
no,
well, that's the thing. And first of
I
all,
believe it.
100%, 10 out of 10. No, actually, no, 10, 9.5 out of 10. There was one item that didn't apply to me, but one of them was your taste in men is scary, confusing, and you might want to sit down and think about your life. Yeah. Yeah.
That is fair. I'm really glad that despite that, you found a life partner that is significantly less scary.
Indeed.
Oh. Uh, somebody wrote something, actually a friend of mine wrote something in an introduction that said father of twins and then in parentheses 15. And my brain immediately thought, you don't have 15 twins. Also, that would be so sad because it would mean you lost one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're 15 years old.
Yes. Age. Very
My first,
important, kids.
oh, that's not a thing you want an odd number of is twins.
No. Especially not for studies.
For what?
For studies, like twin studies.
Oh, well, yeah, you would get excluded
Yeah.
because that's you need you need the you need the both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Twin studies
All
are
right.
fun. And okay, I'm not in a focusing space. You know, it turns out there's something I could do about that.
Rattle.
Yeah. Listen to the rattle of my pill case.
Um, okay.
Oh, that's another thing. Okay, I don't think I want to do any more inbox processing than that. I'll take.
The thing that the ADHD person needs in their office now that they have a tea set up is a microwave setup. But that wouldn't do me any good anyway because it's not a good idea to microwave mason jars.
Oh, that's too bad.
It is. Usually, what I do is I'll pour it into a mug and microwave that. Sometimes pour it back, but not always. Um. Okay. I am so afraid. I am so afraid to look my projects list in the eye.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's really not. Okay. It's not what we prefer. We prefer happy, fun time relationships with our systems.
Um,
And sometimes we do not get that.
I just found something potentially alarming in my calendar when I compare it to my memory.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I need to take a moment to check something.
The good news is that,
Oh, thank goodness. My memory was crap.
oh,
Whew.
oh, good.
I want my
That's not
calendar to
usually
be
a thing
correct.
we want to feel, but and occasionally it is relieving.
So in my memory, it was that somebody said that this meeting was at 2 p.m. Central, which is during our journeyman
Mm-hmm.
ADHD coaching group. Um, but no, it was 3 Central time zones.
They really, really do.
So this is
Humans are very
4,
location focused, and that can suck.
yes, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Okay. Um, no new collaborators can join your workspace on Trello. Don't worry, the workspace is one I didn't remember existed, and it has the name 2018 in it.
Oh dear.
I'm like, what? I wasn't even a member of this group in 2018. Like, why do I have a thing for it? Anyway, whatever. Um, okay. All right, I am done looking at inbox because that's just annoying. I should look at my system. I'm going to look at my calendar first.
Okay.
Oh, you know what else? I should probably have my timers going. It's this crazy idea. When I don't have it to broadcast, I forget to turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
have some more folks. Oh, Lene added a 2-minute timer shortcut to the reminders app to keep accountable. Oh, I'll just do this now. It'll only take 2 minutes. It turns out 2 minutes is approximately no time. You are not wrong. Hey, Suzanne.
When
Oh,
I
still
talk to
on
clients about
working.
the 2-minute rule, I always say
Uh-huh.
an emotional 2 minutes, subject to change without notice.
Yeah, I just like hit the button again so that I know how many 2 minutes I'm actually taking up. I aim for
No,
two
for sure.
minutes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry, Suzanne, you're still unborking yourself. That's sad. And Ozok is getting up and out the door. Welcome,
Hooray!
Ozok, to get a
Hooray!
scheduled vaccination. Nice. You can do it. And no new 2018 can occur. Ozok, I am delighted to hear your snarkiness.
2018 was also not my favorite year of all time, so I'm on board with this.
I only remember one thing from 2018. Otherwise, it kind of just blends in.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've only got one thing that happened in 2018 I can put my finger to was 2018.
I
But
had to
in
remember
fairness,
like chunks of my life to try and assess what 2018 was. Otherwise, it was just kind of eh.
yeah. Yeah,
Actually, now
it's
that I'm thinking about it, that might have been one of the most recent D&D campaign I tried to start before the one I'm currently trying to start.
what about the one you ran for me?
When was
When
that?
was that? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
It might be 19 because I was in Portland for a lot of those games.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have zero clue.
Sorry.
It is fluff. All right. Projects. Scary, scary projects.
I was about to do something and then I forgot what it was. Oh, write something down.
Today, earlier today, I said, what what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What's going on?
With what? What?
All of my task tags in the where you look at all of them together are completely randomized.
That sounds real bad.
I would like to deploy language which this channel is not as far as I know tagged for.
Yeah, I don't know if you do
All of
tag
that
for that,
language.
but all of that language. Yeah, like, can you refresh and like maybe it'll just go back to normal, like nothing bad happened?
I'm going to check on my app. Sometimes the app and the desktop disagree, which is not my favorite feeling of all time. Okay.
What?
Okay. So
Apparently, I just saw your text from 23 minutes ago.
my okay. So the refresh did not fix it.
Did it make it
The
worse?
No, it didn't appear to change anything, but the data does not agree with the app. So I'm going to log out and back in. My
Yeah.
system is risking adrenal fatigue, and I don't like it. My system meaning my nervous system, my bodily functioning system.
Oh, okay. That's worse than
Yeah.
me thinking it was metaphor for your system TM.
Yeah, I logged out and back in. It's still in a state uh I The data doesn't agree with the app.
It's Todoist
And
Wyatt, also welcome.
sorry, welcome Wyatt. My
No, you're good.
Colleen.exe has stopped functioning.
I have been biting back a joke that would be very unappreciated in this situation, and now I'm just ready to say I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Um, love using review time to try and fix Todoist again.
Oh, it's the best.
Okay, so the data on the desktop on my, or sorry, the browser on my phone agrees with the desktop data. They both say last successful sync was seconds ago.
That's
This is not the
bad.
first time this has happened in the past few weeks. This is the worst
Mm.
and least
Oh,
amenable to alteration that I've seen.
sorry.
Because the question remains, how much other data is wrong or something? And I don't know, and I'm terrified. Okay, the inbox number agrees. The today agrees.
That's bad.
Do I send a bug tell thing?
Probably.
Okay, I guess I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing.
I'm gonna jump out for a break real quick to stretch
Do
it.
that. I'll just panic slowly here.
I'm sorry. Be right
That's
back.
okay. I thought that was a joke entirely. That was entirely a joke. Um, I'm gonna do one more thing. Um, more thing. So what I'm doing is I'm logging into Todoist on another web browser to see if that will do it. All right, so a different web browser, it agrees with the other web browsers. Okay. Well, that's special. I'm gonna send a bug report, I guess. Um, Brittany?
Yes.
Um, it sounds like there's typing uh going on.
What? I I just unmuted myself.
Okay. I'm okay, so it's not keyboard typing. It sounds like keep stopping and starting.
What
Oh,
does?
I heard it. It's like a tapping sound. It's like you're typing on a smartphone when you have speakerphone on.
Um, but
I haven't heard
it
it in a
was
minute.
doing it while I was on mute.
I just heard it again. Yeah.
Okay, but while I was on mute that whole time.
No, not that whole time. It started when I said, Brittany, are you back?
Um, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
It's connected to my microphone and I was on mute for I unmuted after you said are you back?
Okay.
Or a Brittany.
So then it must be something else.
I don't
Okay, it
I
hasn't
don't
happened
know.
in a minute. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. Whatever.
Yeah, I hope it's a good walk. Oh, thanks, Ozak. I try to have impulse control once in a while. I mean, I try to lots of the times. Wyatt says that the Googles have no obvious references to Todoist shuffling labels and asked if you had a version mismatch. Maybe.
Um, Version mismatch. I did wonder about that. I don't see why. Uh, I don't see why it would update differently. The thing of the Todoist manages it by account, not by device. So it would update the version based on the account, not the device. So how on
Mm,
earth would it have different versions on the same account, right?
I do not know the answer to that.
And I also don't know how to find what version I'm on the mobile. Apparently,
Not sure.
anyway, you go about your life.
There was a recommendation that if people didn't respond to a bug report, you could start sending them arthropods.
Thank you. I have found Todoist to be remarkably responsive. So I don't have to worry.
It's one of
Okay,
those
let me see.
cloudy things.
Um, uh, okay, what I think I'm looking up in terms of the version don't agree with each other. They don't even have the same naming convention. So
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, this is not relevant. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Um, oh my.
What?
I try to keep all relevant things on my calendar.
Mhm.
Um, and so I put in the Pokemon Community Day for Pokemon Go. And
Mhm.
that just reminds me what a terrible, terrible community day it is this year or this month.
Oh.
So I don't actually care if I do it at all, but it's still in my calendar.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, oh,
Hmm.
I'm seeing some outdated calendar information
Hmm.
because our lives very unexpectedly changed last week. And
Hmm.
yeah. like flights that people aren't taking anymore and
Mm.
doctor's appointments that are no longer happening. Instead of feeding myself this
Okay.
last one, it turned out baby needed food. So,
This is relevant. So I opened up my other phone, um, and I watched it update. I watched it sync, and it synced to the correct label tag orientation. Like it went from like the top tag was no longer 119, it went to 120. So to
mm,
me, that says that this is the true data, and something's going on with my web browser data somehow, which is a little terrifying.
mm, that's not great.
No,
Uh,
they all still agree on like the. Okay, I need to stop trying to solve this now. I am declaring it. I will no longer be thinking about it. I'm going to review projects.
okay. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. Um. Okay, what do I need to do to? You know what? I'm going to say I'm the first project. Run D&D. I'm halfway done. I started the first game. I need to start the second game, so I'm gonna leave that on the project list until next Tuesday. Then I will have started both, and I can transfer from the start up project to the ongoing project. And those are just different headspaces for me. Get water bills sorted out. All right.
Um,
Right. Let's got a reminder for it. Okay. So
hmm.
so they said that they were going to do, yeah, see, I saw an update on the other phone.
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Not
Okay,
so
I think I'm seeing some places I could use some co-working scheduled.
mm,
Not when that other person is, because that is too early for me. I'm trying to hear what my husband's watching, which is not what I should be focused on right now. Whew, I can totes focus. I don't know.
hard same.
Okay, I'm feeling a lot of I don't want us.
All right. Go. That is good.
Okay, so this kind of just leaves Friday. Okay, there is another thing that I would like to do today. I just realized I'm not sure how to spell something that I'm very embarrassed about, so I'm not sure if I'm going to say it out loud.
Aw.
Yeah, brain flail. Oh, I feel that, Suzanne. And Wyatt's declaring that he needs to design a map of the mysterious island of Trawl for a D&D game. Finding time to do it is a pain, and he keeps blocking it to find the best map app for
Okay.
100%.
Well,
of
okay.
artistic
Why do you need to do that? Just grab one from the Google image search, please. Please do that. Do it. And then some of them have like numbered like points of interest, and you can just put your own notes in that and the numbers. It's dead easy.
Aw, Suzanne asks if we can schedule a social hangout in Discord for D&D geeking because she's trying to learn the vernacular.
Very possibly. What you really need to do is I need to upload you the audio recording of the D&D game that took place last night so that you can listen to it. But I promised everybody that I would not do that, so unfortunately I can't actually offer that to you. But you could
You
also
could
watch the
actually,
actual play. There's a lot of them online.
yeah, like you could recommend a particular channel too.
I
Like on,
recommend campaign 2 of Critical Role. I recommend anything that Dimension 20 has done. I recommend Acquisition Inc. Chris Perkins is my home boy. Yeah, and that's about a lifetime of content. So ignore everything else. Actually,
I
if you really
agree it
want to
would be
see
fun though.
like D&D 5e played by like normal people, watch Matt Colville's The Chain of Akron. It's like the reason that I recommend campaign 2 of Critical Role is that the production values are amazing. But it is a bunch of voice actors, so they're professional people who are meant to do this, and it does not run like normal D&D as a result because they're just so good at what they do. At this point, Marsh has been being paid to be a DM for donkey's years in addition to being a voice actor, so it's not like normal D&D. But Matt Colville's A Chain of Akron absolutely is. I mean, he's very good at what he does too, but
Right.
it's a different whole thing. Okay, so all right. Great, good gods. So I think what I need to do partly is implement a system that I was thinking about doing, which is my try and make contact with a different subset of projects until they're done, because otherwise I forget they exist. I don't know how to plan that. I don't think I have the brain power to plan that right now. My brain wants to declare like management bankruptcy, which is really not a good headspace to be in when you're trying to review. Actually, my management
Management
is
of
good.
what?
Management of
Bankruptcy.
life. Like, never mind, forget clients, forget guild, forget children, just become a squirrel.
Why a
This is
squirrel?
because squirrels live a very short period of time. In that time, they basically eat, possibly make more squirrels, and are very scared about one thing, which is death. And that sounds awesome. That sounds so much less complicated than my life.
Okay.
It just seems straightforward. You don't have to worry about too many things, just one thing, just dying. That's it. I don't
And
mean to
scheduling co-working.
imply that's good. That's where my brain's at.
I'm scheduling co-working and I wrote in the description, I need to wrap up and send some tools for an upcoming meeting and send them off without a hard deadline.
Yikes.
In all caps.
Yep.
Oh,
The thing that's causing me to want to table flip at this point is the fact that as a result of adding these two D&D games to my life, the project in question is actually create a system so that I actually see people socially ever. And my life is as follows. Most days are get up, take care of children, work, do a thing in the evening, and then pass out. And 2 nights a week, I don't have anything scheduled. One of those nights is the typical birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, whatever happens in that time slot. And then Sunday is like, the members of this family actually see each other and engage with each other without there being something to distract us. So it feels kind of pointless to attempt to get a social system set up when there's physically not any space in my calendar ever to do so. Like I could say, hey, friend, you want to hang out? And they could say, great, when? And I could say, never. That's how it feels a bit. So yeah. But okay, how about this? This is an alternative. I'm going to put a note in here that says, if this seems impossible, maybe make a list of the people you want to see and then defer it in this efficiently recorded method for a later date. So right now it's a lot of random notes, like a lot. So you can engage and attempt to find a way to shoehorn it into your schedule, or you can consolidate the notes and kick that can down the road to a time when maybe things won't be so hectic. That feels good. Okay. The next item is my friend's pants, because I want to alter them so that they fit them better. And we have not done jack to make that a thing. And I don't even know where the pants are. They're in my house. They're in a box. Some words. So I think the answer to that is decommission pants project until such time, that did not type correctly, until such time as I unpack fully from Renault's and find the pants.
I feel like this is a reference to something that I've missed out on in, our larger culture of media and whatnot. It says, I always get the best sleep when I'm in court for a criminal trial. Somebody famously fell asleep in a criminal trial case.
I have a guess, but I have no evidence that my guess is correct.
Fair. Suzanne gets to hear a lot of D&D of the middle school variety.
Which is honestly not that different from other age groups, except for possibly the detail of the gore and or other kinds of violence and contentiness. But not always, because my game is made up entirely of adults, but partly due to various situations and partly due to the fact my young kids are there will not be contentiness. I did
right.
excellent dog pain noises because they were fighting a demon dog. But other than that, I did not, viscerally describe the mayhem being inflicted.
That's good, I think.
Mm-hmm. Even the dog pain noises, like some of the players were eventually like, wow, that's really intense. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, they understood that it was like an evil doggy. It wasn't actually a doggy, but I was doing an actual doggy sounds, and it got a bit intense. Okay, air duct cleaning. Yes, we need to do that. That what?
Okay, nothing. I keep putting off a thing in my system.
I'm sure that was nothing. Sounds like nothing
really
to me.
After I wanted to do that thing. Well, Yeah. I'm trying to schedule one of my long thinking walk days, but I'm looking at when I can next do it because the answer is not this week.
Yep.
And I was hoping to do it before this other meeting, but I'm not going to get to do it before the other meeting.
Yep.
I have reviewed the calendar this week.
Hooray!
I've scheduled one unit of co-working. I might want to do another one, but I've done some,
Okay,
so I'm going to
that
cross it off.
project is updated.
I think the next thing is going to be review.
Oh, you know what? Uh,
Oh, Suzanne's hungry. Me too. Certain ex-president fell asleep. Ah,
that was my guess. I'm so easily able to predict how terrible human beings can be in certain very specific instances, or that person is incredibly predictable. One of the two. Either will do.
perhaps.
Moving on.
Thank you, Wyatt, for clearing that up because I miss a lot of news.
What Wyatt as like r/in the loop. Good job, Wyatt. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or out of the loop, whatever.
Wyatt also asked if you considered running a lower overhead system as opposed to D&D, like a light system. And I'll let you answer that while I go on a break.
Yep. Reason why Wyatt is it's sort of like actually it's very similar to the conversations that Brittany and I initially had when she was like, look, there's this thing called shortcuts, and I'm like, yikes, because it takes a bunch of time to learn the new thing, even though it will save you time in the long run, right? And yes, yeah, but also everybody I know who wants to play with me already knows 5e, right? So not only would I have to learn a new system, I would have to research, pick a new system, learn it, teach other people, and that I already know. I already know 5e. I've known it for a decade, and it would possibly save me time in the long run, but I might A, lose players, and B, it would be a lot of work. So you are correct, and this is the assessment I made now. And in the future, I might make a different one because I honestly feel, because of the scandal, because of the success of some third-party content generators, and the wider community of D&D becoming larger, I fundamentally believe that we are going to experience a shift toward not just D&D or not just 5e being the default. We are going to branch out, and that will be a very uncomfortable transitionary phase for this community, especially for the people who are like the one true way. Certain editions of D&D are the only thing that you should be playing, but I don't really care about those people. And yeah, so I think eventually there will be a system out there that suits me and my playstyle better. I just don't know what it is, and I barely have time even to find my bum with both hands. So at this time, I can't learn a system. Even if someone was like, "Hey, here's the perfect system for you," I would be like, "No." And I know 5e well enough that I can usually force it to do what I want. And I have done, and it's not even the system that really is causing me the angst. It's really my ignorance of being a DM that's really causing me the problems right now, more than anything. Yeah, but you do make an excellent point, and morally and fundamentally, I agree with you. And there's a mismatch with my current. Okay. So, in case anyone is getting excited because I said the word scandal, it's very complicated. Look up Open Gaming License Scandal D&D and you'll find out about it. I don't want to cover that here because it's way too complicated, and it's not actually that exciting unless you're a D&D nerd like me and Wyatt. And Wyatt knows what I'm talking about, so that's why. Nobody, as far as I know, nobody did anything bad to anybody on a person-to-person level. It was more a corporate greed level, which is bad, but not quite the same. I wanted to just make that clear. Okay, so yes, so I had an idea about that. I have captured it. Excellent. Yes, so that one. Let's move that timeline up just a hair into, that sounds good. And I also want to capture better system for talking to spouse. I have a sort of system set up for it, but it's not entirely okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at a new filter I created this morning and see if there are other projects that I want to do. By all the gods, I wish that I could do this on my computer, but apparently not. Actually, I'm going to check. I'm going to check my email. They received my ticket. They did. Excellent. Okay. See if we're still in disagreement about data. Oh. See. What did I say? I said it. I predicted it. It's fine now. The data now agrees with my phones, and I look like a jackass to the people. Now, when they respond, I'm gonna say, "Heck." So can I respond to this email to say, "Oh, actually, it's fixed now." I can always try. Actually, that looks really unhinged because I had caps lock on. Actually, the data appears to have righted itself now. You can safely close this ticket, and I hope you have a lovely day. I wish there was an apologetic grinning face, but see, I knew it. I just knew it. I just knew that was going to happen. But I mean, now I can type on my phone, on my computer, which is great. And now I don't want to because I'm terrified. But I'm going to do it anyway because we cannot live our lives questioning whether or not our technology is telling us the right thing. No, we have to either decide to trust it or not and go with that. So, what was I even doing? Who can say? Projects. I was reviewing projects. That was a possibility of what I was doing. Right. I was looking at the other data filter to see. Yeah. So let's look at that. Let's do that. Okay, yep, that's no longer relevant. There was a thing. The thing that I thought of. Yes. Oh, the other thing. Notebook. Wyatt, I don't know if I remember mentioning this previously, but my father-in-law has a new 3D printer, and I printed Faerun gold pieces. Got him to print that, and we used them as inspiration tokens, and they were a hit, and I loved them, and they were fantastic, and I was so excited about them. Nobody used inspiration; they all just collected it greedily. But yeah, it was like that. It was wonderful. Okay, I do need to implement that as a routine, not right now though. Probably not today or soon. Um, um, okay. That one needs to go ahead into Friday. We ordered that already. That is decided. We do that today. Um, there's that one. Yes, we're gonna process that. Okay, we're gonna add some tea. Did
I
you
don't know
hear
what
me
I
get all
missed,
embarrassed?
but
What?
no, I didn't. I muted the computer because nowadays when I go on break, I need to like check in with my spouse and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and hearing another
Yep.
voice at the same time is that's hard.
Distracting. Who would have
I
thought?
know.
So my data now agrees across all platforms and it's no longer randomized. So I responded to the ticket email from Todoist, just the automatic system saying we've issued you a ticket, saying
No.
it's okay now.
What you went ultrasonic and it cut you out off.
Saying it's okay now. I'm very sorry.
Oh, like it rectified itself?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
I actually sent the email much more coherent than that.
Yeah. And Wyatt said he kick started Shadow of the Weird Wizard. I don't know
I'm not
what
familiar
that
with that.
means. Now he needs to find people he can run it for.
How did you kick it off? Oh,
Like
okay, neat. Who's that? Oh, I'm not familiar with them. Interesting. It's a very old school name.
I just need to
I like it.
skywalk that I have to review these notes on my computer and not my
Oh, it's a
iPad.
system. What one of the? I'm not familiar with him. Is he? That's cool. Did he and Wizards part ways then? Okay. Oh, neat. Okay.
Both of those names have wizards in them, so I'm a little confused.
Okay. Mm. Um.
Oh. Oh, I see. See, this is why I use an iPad instead of pieces of paper. Because apparently I took notes for when I got coached last week on a piece of paper and I put it
Yeah.
somewhere, and that's the end of that story because I don't know where that is. I put it somewhere. It's not here. It's somewhere.
Hmm. Minis. Very nice. That's cool. I guess if you're rolling three core rule books into one 300 page, then you are condensing. I mean, I don't, this is by me, but that's cool. Woo! Wow, they got many times their goal. That's nice. Very cool. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Nice. All right. Yeah. Um, we are gonna try and do that on Thursday, optimistically. Okay. Check payment. Yeah. I've captured that in a better space. Oh, God. All right, guys. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to watch me order diapers. I've been avoiding
I
this.
mean, we don't have to watch you, but what you mean is you need to stop and do a
You
2-minute action because it's not been happening in your regular life.
It's more like a 10-minute action, but yeah, even an emotional like hour action. Okay, we need to look at this.
Yeah. I still have a baby, so the diaper situation is pretty easy. Oh my gosh. When I went out on my break, he's doing this
Mm-hmm.
thing where he's like looking at and moving his fingers like he's trying to figure out how to make them work.
Nice.
It was adorable, and of course he stopped it as soon as I started videotaping it.
Naturally.
Because we've been
Of
doing signs,
course.
I think he cares more that his hands do things than he otherwise
Right,
would.
right. Yeah. My hands are powerful now.
I can get food whenever I want.
Yeah.
And now I have more roles than a D&D game.
Yeah. All right.
Don't worry, Wyatt. We're not going to actually try to compete. Just a joke.
So the answer to the question, is there a different option for the smallest human, is no. No, there's not. This is it. This is what we're doing. Okay, that's good to know. That means we need to order another, at least one case of those.
The smallest human. And by that, I know you mean the smallest human in your family, but since your children are actually frost giants, that's
Indeed.
yeah,
Um,
whole thing.
yeah. The smallest localized human. Okay, and then we need to order. No, 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 tabs. We hate tabs. Kill it, fire. And maybe no, not go right back to the same page again. Okay, that is the brand. And I ordered a size up because well, eldest is sort of outgrowing them, but it just made the waistband bigger, not the absorbency area wider. And I'm like, what? I was very displeased.
I am so proud of myself in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up these notes, and what ended up happening is when I was seeing this business coach previously, I put our emails in my getting coached note document so I can
Nice.
look at these conversations and these things I completely forgot about. It was like this fantasy I'd had for future of my business that definitely didn't exist in my head anymore. And I was like, oh
Mm.
wow, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we get free shipping because of that number. I'm not going to order another case just to get the discount because I have a suspicion that we might exit one or the other of them in the interim. We might not, but we don't know. And the only thing we know for certain is nothing is certain. You heard it here first, folks. All right. Shipping rate. Free shipping. That's our favorite kind, actually. Proceed to checkout. Log in. Direct bank deposit. That would be lovely. Uh, okay. It really twigs my autism that it says pay this amount when you select e-transfer as the payment method, but you're not actually paying anything at all. You have to go into your bank and do that later, or like right now. But no, no, I do not want to know about this. Don't tell me. I'm just trying to get into my bank account to send it. Okay, so this, and also sending it to this company, and there's this amount, but I don't know the amount anymore because it disappeared. Everything's bad. Brittany, everything's bad. I hate it. I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry.
Did I get an email? Please tell me I got an email. Oh, great good gods, there's no email. Please give it. I can't see it. I don't know how much it is. I can't pay. There's 160 some odd, I think, but there's no email. Screaming. We sent you a copy of your seat via email. Did you? Because, oh, okay, there it is. Pop it up. All right. The order number is, and that's not, hang on, that's the, okay.
Okay. Um,
All right. We have paid for that time and time again. All right. So now that's been done, and I am being paged for a nap. Wish it was a nap for me. So
does that mean you're taking a break or you're piecing out?
I am piecing out at this time. But I'm
I
going to
can do no
continue to
more review at this
review
time. Thank you for your
what?
patience. I can do no more reviewing at this time. Thank you for your patience.
Correct.
Hmm.
But I will continue to review off camera. Also, I would like to just briefly skywalk that my Discord right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people have that I have new messages from, and it's a total of like seven, no, over 20 spread across those people. Man, it'd be a DM. All right. Thanks everybody very much. I appreciate your presence on this stream, and so does Brittany. Wyatt, I hope you find players for that cool new system. And I will see you guys around the space. Bye.
Okay. Hi. Thank you. And now I can't even remember what the must-see TV thing was that was being discussed because I was reminded of my goals for my business a year ago. A lot's happened in the last year. None of it was that stuff. I mean, really slow progress towards that stuff, but yeah. Um, wow, a woman who was not over 3 foot tall. I think it's always okay to tell somebody to have a good afternoon, but you know, that's my perspective. Um, Left AirPod is running low on battery because I have a melt thing right before here. All right. Started watching Monk and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not sure if I want to feel that scene. But they're all better than Sheldon F. Cooper. Nice. Hey, leggings and put shoes on. Oh, but not in that order. Yeah, that's less great. But you're doing it. You're getting out. Go you. I'm gonna probably have to keep taking breaks. We're a little under the weather and over here, and so just a little bit though, since I know somebody else here has had lots of under the weathering. Um, it's about the smallest unit that one could still call a cold. At least for me so far. Eric's had it harder. Um, but you know what? We were like, oh my gosh, baby's gonna fuss all night. And we were like bracing ourselves. And then he didn't even make his normal grunts. He just slept peacefully for like 5 hours. Like, I woke up unnerved and like sure he was gonna wake up any minute because yeah. Maybe only okay to say good afternoon when it's afternoon, but it was. But then that works. By the way, I don't actually know anything about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, except I've heard the name before. I'm like, I've caught up on a little bit of TV having a newborn, but now I'm back at the spot where we're actually trying to go to sleep in the middle of the night, um, as long as we possibly can. So less TV watching is happening. Sometimes in the evening we'll do like a feeding show pump, but I'm trying to not do it during the day because I'm trying to work and get stuff done, and that's not a great way to do that. Oh my goodness. So I think, yeah, but so I think I'm gonna, it's a little early, but I think I need to take a break again because, well, one, my body is demanding it. But two, I need to go find those notes from last week because that really is the next step in this. So I will move the document and be back in a moment. All right, see you in a minute. I found my caveman papers. Go me. Still trying to find a way to review this stuff without going crazy. Oh, I go sidetracked, but you're getting back to it again. Hey, that matters. Especially like if somebody calls. That's hard to just, not get sidetracked by. And then you're getting back to it. So, yeah. Oh, a historical building is building. That's so sad. I I know like feeling like you should know something already, but I gotta say, like, sometimes looking at the news in the morning is not always the best bet. Like, you can catch up at a, you know, later time because sometimes it can derail you like really badly. Um, you know, news things that are really like happy making rarely make the news. So it can be really distracting. So I had some actions that I had done that are not in my system. So I'm gonna it's not really a detour, it's very review related, but um put plan in system. I ended up with two, but okay. There we go. I definitely have a soft spot for historical buildings. And they carry memories and things. Um, I need my tasks. Okay. All right. So I'm realizing I won't be able to do it as soon as I'd hoped. So, I won't be able to do it as soon as I'd hoped, which means I probably don't need to factor for if my parents are around. Um, some things are not, I'm not ready to have them be an action yet. Like those should come a little bit closer. Like, in fact, I could put in a thing in my review for next week to make sure I update the plan for the long thinking walk. In fact, I think there is a thing in there. So that one can be a separate one. Do I have it? I feel like I had this item in here. Apparently not. Okay. I just thought I did. Um, this one has a location associated with it. Um, um, one less thing is going to be a factor is I think my parents are probably going to be out of town when I'm thinking about doing it, so I don't need to worry about, for lack of a better word, like being social. Like, and I love walks with my dad, and my mom, but this is a thinking one. And so, anyway, and I don't want to be rude, but if they're out of town, then that's not a consideration. Um, okay. Just a part of normalizing this process is I'm noticing that I don't have a lot of faith. I will check these items at home, um, and remember to do them. And I don't know how much of it is that I'm not checking these in general, or how much of it is that I had a very strange week the last week with family surgery out of town and stuff. So, yeah. Um, oh, I'm so sorry, Linnea. Oh, four dragon tails twisted together is the burning spire. That's so sad. I am really sorry. That's crappy. And it reminds me of Notre Dame. So that was hard too. I mean, more people are familiar with that landmark. I'd been to it, but still, they are, yeah, it's sad. Um, anyway, I'm not sure what to do with that feeling, but it's good to be aware of it, that I'm not confident I'll do it. If it's high stakes enough, like one can set alarms to like remind you at different times, but one, those work best if you know when you'll be able to do it, and I do not in this case. And two, you can only do that with so many things before we are likely to go numb to them. Um, since money is not no issue right now, having just paid a bunch of self-employed taxes, and still figuring out budget stuff with new child. Um, I will probably not treat myself to a new hiking backpack, but I will try to figure out how to clean out the other one I have so that they, because it's one of those ones with a water holder, and it's been not. So I used it. It has a little bit of a plastic taste. Mostly didn't bother me, but I did it when I was pregnant and nauseous and almost threw up, and now it's, yeah. It's a whole thing, so I will try to clean that out. No, bad. Panic. I think it's at the other house. Like, I think I left it at my parents' house. So I need to acknowledge that first task and the second task and put a date to it. So yeah, things where it's like pick up a thing. I think those are really good places for like reminder alerts for me because they're quick and easy to check off. And you don't really want an alert for something that's a huge project because you can't really interface with that and like check it off easily. Um, and then uh, so some of these I'm just putting in the notes for one of the tasks. Because I can't currently make sandwiches for something that's happening in a week and a half, I hope, right? So I don't want to see that task yet. So currently it's going to go in the notes and then I will try to update it next week with the weekly review. Don't mark me on that. There's a possibility I'll forget because it'll be the day before my business coaching appointment. Um, hmm, um, I also want protein bars, which I now have. Protein. Okay. Anything else that needs to be prepared in advance? No, I think that's good. Okay, so I did that thing. Go me. This goes on today's. Okay. Um, what are my other possible topics? That is a reasonable thing to do. Um, um, just sort of remembering a lot of videos I would like to finish up that I just kind of left in pieces. Hey, welcome back, Shibby. Hopefully it was good. Um, oh, my device is telling me it has a low battery. Um, what's next for you, Shibby? Oh, right, I can update that thing. I did this. Go me. Oh, how does that happen? I mean, I know how it happens because I didn't let go of the mouse soon when I thought I did, but still. So I want to verbally acknowledge that this one task I'm on could literally take forever. And maybe that's okay, and maybe it's not. Um, hmm. It's a thing that I need to do. It's also not the thing I need to do for tomorrow. Um, hmm. I've got multiple projects that planning could be useful, and it could be useful immediately. And so they're all like, review tasks, but um Okay. Thought just occurred to me. Hmm. Then I just had an idea about a thing and I'm sort of capturing it. And the other thing would be what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, feeling anxious. I'm so sorry. Trying to schedule a meeting for tomorrow about accommodations, but before the doctor's been given clearance. Oh, oh, yeah, that's hard. Hey, welcome back, Gozak. You got practice getting up and out. Hey. Yeah, those are hard. Really hard. Okay. That was an interesting detour. I also have a list over here on this other document. There were things I wanted to prepare. How am I feeling about those? Why? No, I don't understand how this is an app I use all the time. I don't understand how it works on the back, clearly. Yeah, I think. All right, it's time for me to take another stretch break. Oh, not sure what to ask for since not fully healed. Ooh, yike. Yikes. Yeah, that is hard. And it seems like something like you'd want to discuss with your doctor what your accommodations will be, you know? That seems like a reasonable thing. Oh, yeah, that's pretty tough. What group do you teach? Is it college, high school, middle school, elementary school? Like who do you teach? Just curious. Not that I'll have solutions, but curious. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back. Oh, right. Document change. I can do this. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Sorry, we were singing to boy. Oh, grade 6 or 7. Yikes. A high school English teacher who gave audio feedback on essays. That's cool. Dictation would work, but it's a noisy classroom. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, it's really hard to go back to work after a thing, especially when you're not feeling it yet. Oh, I'm so sorry. Grocery delivery. My current grocery delivery service is my mother-in-law who likes to shop, which I don't understand, but that's why we're all different people who have different things. And yeah, mother-in-law and Venmo. It's life for the win right now. Um, okay. Um, I swear these are not in the order I would expect them to be in. Hmm. Okay, they're really not. Oh, right. I didn't realize I was on mute. Oops. Um, yeah. I was just having some ideas that I was hoping to get coached on, and I came up with some of them on my own. This is weird review today. Okay. I want to look at my task system and make sure um is already highlighted, but I think I want to make sure I do those right away. I've had some random thoughts about like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this, and I just need to write them out, I think. Just need to break. Hmm. It's all right. I have some older videos that I just sort of never got around to finishing posting. Um, and they've just been all of a sudden bothering me again. So I'm writing them out so they're not in my head. So apparently I'm doing a bunch of this planning on paper instead of my iPad because this is what my brain really wants to do. And there's totally other stuff, but this is planning and it's important planning. That's interesting. Apparently, at some point, I took out my other AirPod and didn't put it back in my pocket in the case. Probably when I went out to talk to my spouse. Good times. Oops. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I just pretty deep in planning these projects, sort of asking myself questions and writing it out. It's kind of working for me, but still hard, you know? I think. um, Okay. Now to move over to the project I don't want to do. Double check. know why you can't jump to that page like you do on my iPad. Mm. Mm. Okay, that's the thing I need to add on my to-do list for today. Um, mm, Remind me tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. to turn on the recording. Gotta remember to record a meeting. It's not a thing I normally do. So, yeah. I came up with a bunch of tasks I need to do that I don't want to do. It's sad. Hey! Lene executed the hack for inbox zero. Tag all unread email as not read and then mark them all as read. Clean slate feels good. Nice. 5,000 plus unread. Poof, not my problem anymore. Nice. So people just archive them and call it email bankruptcy. Although I did know somebody who worked in finance who did not like that as a term used in a positive way. But yeah. And I'll sometimes do it like around big events. Like so much of my life is revolves around the ADHD conference in the fall. Like stuff I do with volunteer, a lot of my work projects tend to revolve around that. So sometimes I'll be like, you know what, anything more than 2 months before the conference, I can't see how that's relevant to me anymore. And I'll just poof, archive it. Because I sort of like the clean look of it's not in there anymore. But yeah, mark as unread when that's the badge that's bothering you. Totally. Mm. Hey, thanks for coming, Ozak. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm just like, I want to trim my hair more. It's a thing I impulsively do sometimes because curly hair. Who else is gonna do it? Um, it's really weird. Didn't I say I was missing an AirPod? They're totally both in my ears. Did I get it? What happened? Where's my brain? Oh, right. New parent and all that jazz. Um, okay. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining. It is so much more fun when we have like a group of people getting stuff done. It's a better energy for me anyway. Um, these are the ones that I absolutely have to do today. But then I look at the other ones and I was like, oh, right. I'm still used to thinking of like, oh, I can do something before an 8 a.m. meeting. And that's the mindset of somebody who's not a new parent. I think I'm still gonna have to do some. I am really, really gonna. I miss my iPad. I don't like reading these notes on the computer. I don't like feeling trapped at my desk. Like, these are things I could normally read on my iPad, like elliptical, if I'm on a flat surface on a walk. Just can't. Okay. Wow, my daily list has become quite long. Okay. I ended up just planning a bunch of stuff there. Um, so, and then I'm going to do a task that is not truly 2 minutes, but it is like I'm sitting at a Mac right now. That is not a thing that's always the case. So I'm going to do, this is a little workflow I've got. Um, I need to figure out which ones I've already done it for. Pretty much just that one. Cool. Um, yeah, that's not gonna help me. Hmm. I did that one. Mm. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Oh. And then my app's gone. That's fine. I need to get the new one installed. That's really not what I want to do right now. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Do-do-do. Do-do. Um, okay. It was loud in my ear. Okay. I did put it in there. Okay, I did put it in there now. I'm not completely hallucinating. I mean, I'd be a little bit hallucinating, but not completely hallucinating. The other things. I could update my reminders real quick. Oh, I love it when I'm trying to take care of something and it comes with like six additional actions. That's like my favorite. Okay. Well, I think I've taken care of those mission critical items. Um, uh, what's that count? Yeah, I can try to find it. Okay, I have captured those and yeah, I think that is about all the sitting I can do for right now. I got another meeting in a little bit and I got to do some more sitting then. So I think I'm going to go and see what else I need to do in my world. And yeah. Bip, 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 bip. I can type. I swear. I really can't today. Oh, and it's getting to the point where they're just finicky about cleaning out their email inbox. So it's completed review and is gonna move on with their day. Perfect. Great timing. Um, thank you so much for being here. It's been actually really fun. So yeah, thank you for being here. And I got some stuff done. Hopefully you got some good stuff done too. And hopefully we will see you here next time. Thanks.